Mercury needs, he can hold like 8 hours working a day, right? Needs like after 4 hours is tired and loses strength and focus. Right? So then when a planet is Sigra, will need a pause always, right? Sama is normal working, right? So if we take this, Sama is normal working, right? Normal. That means if you see the sun, he's working 1 degree every day, right? So stable, so stable. This planet, this kind of speed gives confidence, peace, and strength, right? Next to it, we have Manda. Manda means slow, right? So we have slow planets, right? These slow planets change the thing also slow in one's life, and it's like having like a backpack, you know, it's like heavy. It's heavy. So this planet, this kind of speed means some weight in life, weight and heaviness. So this does not mean malefic. It's just like there is a way, there is a duty, commitment, responsibility, right? Like you have Jupiter, which is Manda, with Venus. That means that your relationship demands what? Weight, and demands commitment, and demands like attention, like strength. So then we have Mandatara. Mandatara is a very slow motion, right? Very slow. Means Saturn, right? It makes like crawl or wander. You know, it's not fluent, this kind of motion. So whenever a planet is Mandatara, that means less changes, right? Less changes and difficult to move on. So that's why when we have Saturn lessons can last the whole life. Whole life. Why? Because it's Mandatara. It's not that easy. You know, you have to crawl like snake to go out of this karma. You know, it's not easy. It can take a lifetime. Even if you don't overcome, it can be for the next one, right? So then we have also the nodes, right? Nodes are mixed because, you know, Rahu and Ketu then changes, move sign and house every 1.5 years, 18 months. But the point is that they are retrograde. So they are mixed. They are some like Mandatara and Anuvakra. So we have 2 kinds of retrogradation. When we say a planet is retrograde, we have 2 kinds of speed, because we have Manda and Mandatara and Sigra and Sigratara, which are fast and slow. So Saturn retrograde is not as likely as Mercury retrograde, because the speeds are not the same. The quality of the energy, the guna, is not the same. So it's not the same to have Saturn is tamasic energy, which means tamas, lethargic, heavy, dull. It's not the same have this slow that have rajas. No, right?
Yeah.
Not the same motion. So then you have, except Sun and Moon, all planets can be retrograde. The nodes are always. They can't never be direct. Right? If you see, for example, you take Rahu Drishti, Rahu is going backwards. But his aspectation, like Jupiter, is the 5th, 7th, and 9. Right?
Yeah.
Many students ask why the aspect is in reverse. Because no, you see, Rahu is holding the same drishti as Jupiter. That means that Jupiter wants to give you a knowledge, and Rahu wants to take that knowledge away and create Maya.
True.
So when we go by the drishti, the aspect, direct, this kind of aspect is rajas, has a desire. Right? So, for example, in a Vedic science called Mantra Shastra, which is also part of astrology, you know some god called Shiva, no?
Sure.
So when we do like mantric, the mantra text, we say that the Om, no, starts in the navel, right? Not in the first chakra. So it was said, oh, but you know, there's that we write it like this, no? Om.
Yeah.
So we said, Om. And here there is a silent, right? There is a silent. When we apply to Shiva, we say like Om Namah Shivaya. This is slow, right? And this comes from the navel, Shiva cannot manifest, or like many deities, they cannot manifest on earth. They can show something to you from the karmic perspective, from your spiritual practice, which is not in the earth. So when you are doing some practice, your efforts are not going only here, you know, this, you know, of course. So because many gods, they cannot come out of the navel, like down of the navel, sorry, you will not see it in your daily life, because from the navel to the Muladhara chakra, so we call Muladhara, first chakra, Swadhisthana, second, Manipura, right? From this to here, we have desires.
Sure.
I want more money, I want more food, I should change my car, why am I doing this? You know, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why the divinity cannot go to this level.
Okay.
And then you, full of desire, I'm not feeling good, I do this and I don't feel results. Yeah, maybe your head is full of nasty desires. What do you want? You cannot go up to the navel towards the Agni chakra. You cannot go there because you are full, your mind is plenty of desire and contradictions, you know.
Yes.
And God, the divinity, will not cross the navel. So then when we do some mantra activations, we create the tattva, which is the element, and the guna, which is the quality of the energy, that we need to go to this kind of God that we are doing this practice, right?
Mm.
So that means that the quality and the energy is changing when the planet is retrograde, right? Because the speed is altered. So first we have Bakra, which is uniform retrograde motion, right? And when you have this in life, this is kind of Mars energy, a retrograde, but uniform motion is a planet behaving like Mars. That means some violence and some pushing will be there. For example, it's like lose the ground and fight back for it. It's like a war. So you are setting a war, and then you lose your mountain, and then in the night you have to attack back to take the earth you had, and then tomorrow you will have to refight again. You know, it's like a boxing, like a ring box, right? Which is, of course, non-peaceful. Right? Non-peaceful. So first that we know is that when a planet is retrograde, lose the peace and changes the guna. When a planet is retrograde, the tamas becomes strong. No matter which planet is, this motion charges more tamasic energy. Right? Then we have Anuvakra, which is planet retrograde, but slow.